Moving on, thousands of firefighters are still battling wildfires in Portugal that have killed at least 7 people and burned more land in a matter of days than the rest of the summer combined.
The last couple of days, there's been a lot of forest fires, wildfires in Portugal, specifically in the northern area and also in central Portugal. And we are in central Portugal, and well, you can maybe see it. That's not a clear sky. A fire has been raging for a couple of days now, and it was, what, 50, 60 kilometers away?
And now it's maybe
15? And now it's, well, they were saying it's getting closer to the town that we go to for our groceries and our basic stuffs, and that's only
10-minute drive.
Yeah, that's a 10-15 minute drive, like 8 to 10 kilometers. So I think what we're going to do is pack then like a escape bag, just with our
bug out bag.
Yeah, our basics, set of clothes,
find our cat
some waters,
carrier.
yeah, get the cat carrier so we can pick up the cats and put them in their carrier, and then if we need to go, then we can. It's pretty scary. We've seen like those little airplanes.
Yeah, the planes that are I guess
picking up the water because we're close to a river.
They keep landing. One just literally went right over our house. That's why we were kind of like,
yeah.
oh, okay, maybe.
Oh.
And they've been going in one direction all day since this morning. And this one went in a different direction right over our house.
Right over the house.
Was like, wait, has the fire changed directions? Because as long as it's off to that side, I feel like we're okay. But now it's going straight over because the wind's blowing like towards me. And if the fire's now out in front, it'll blow towards us. Whereas if it was down farther in the valley, it was going to continue down the valley.
There's another one coming. Oh, he's coming this way actually.
Yeah, this is the way they've been going the whole time.
See, there he goes. Moved inside and it's time to pack a bag, an escape bag, because fires move quickly. So yeah, we're gonna get a escape bag ready, so if we have to go, we can go. And then we're gonna go back outside and put water around the house, like 5 to 10 meters around the house on the back side. The front side we can't do because that's an actual road. And just, yeah, put water there so it's wet. And if the fire comes, it can't really jump. This is not what I was expecting 2.5 months into living here. And I knew there were forest fires, and that is a thing here in Portugal, but I didn't expect to experience it so quickly. We were just talking to friends down the road. We texted them saying, hey, do you know what's going on? What should we do? Because we're new here. Do you have any other tips than what we've already seen online? We're keeping track of everything. And they were saying that some of their friends have already lost their entire house and all their belongings. That's for now. I'm gonna continue packing my bag and then putting water around the house. We have some loose things hanging here that we ripped out after we took out the ceiling, and I'm going to move it further to the land. It is all pretty low, some grasses, so that will burn quickly. And there's not any big trees except for the chestnut tree, so I'm going to move this. Go too fast. Putting some water around the house, so there's a little bit of a barrier. But everything is so dry that I don't know how much of a difference it's gonna make. I just walked into the garage to check on the car. Oh, wow. The other day when we left there was a little bit of ash, but now it's covered in ash and it's parked inside. There are openings on either side, but there's a lot. Whoa, look at that. That's all ashes that fell down.
It's all over your hood.
Yeah, it's all over. Of course, it's just a little bit of ash. It's nothing, because people have lost their houses. So me complaining about a little bit of ash, or not complaining, but mentioning it a little bit. I know that might sound a little bit like, oh, my car has ash. But this is just to show how close it is, really, and how far ash can travel to, I guess. And for me, this is the first time I am experiencing fires. I've never experienced that anywhere, not in the Netherlands, not in China. So now I'm moving to Portugal, having been here for 2.5 months. For a lot of people, this is nothing new, right? Because they deal with this and they go through this every year or every couple of years. But for me, because I just moved here since, yeah, only 2.5 months ago, I've never experienced anything like this before. It's all new to me. It is a little bit later. It's what, 5 o'clock-ish, yeah. The friends down the street who, yeah, are kind of keeping us more up to date. It seems like they have a shorter line to things and to people with more information, and they just called and they said they're finishing up their stuff in their little house and then they are going to leave. He was also saying that all the farmers who are down in the valley where they are starting to move more towards the town. He said it kind of like is really close to the bigger town that's about 10-15 minutes away from here. I guess we finish up packing our bags and keep an eye on things. Because the thing is, even though the fires might not be here yet, you know, there's a lot of ashes like I was showing earlier, and if that ash changes into timber, if it starts to become bigger pieces, then that's when it gets risky too, because we have a wooden roof and a lot of wood in the house, and yeah, only one piece needs to fall on another piece of dry wood, and that's how a fire starts. It is the next day, and yesterday was a little bit of a panicky, no, not real panic, but like scary and like nervous, because as you can see, the water planes were flying straight over the house, which scared us. We got our bags ready that we could take with us if we had to leave. But it's the next day now, and the sky is a lot clearer compared to yesterday. And our friends in our WhatsApp group who kept us up to date just texted saying that a firefighter had told them that the area that got closest to the town that we live next to was put out, and that they're bulldozing everything now, so it cannot reignite and start again in the coming days. Luckily, in the coming days we have rain in the forecast, so yeah, hopefully that will help with all of the other fires that are still going on. There are still a lot of fires raging, especially in the northern part of the country, and that's affecting a lot of people, like all the people who live there, but also the firefighters who are fighting to stop the fires. I think about 7 have lost their lives, which is awful and very sad. For me, this was the first time experiencing the fire season. It didn't get too close. Like I said, it was all very new to me. I've never experienced wildfires in my life before. Hi, Ethel. If you have never experienced something before, it's hard to gauge what the situation really is like and how serious something is. If you see that the whole sky is really dark and the sun is barely visible during the day and airplanes are flying over your house, you can imagine that is a little scary. But also, I knew that this was going to be part of my life moving to Portugal. I just hadn't expected it to happen so quickly. For next year, we will make sure to prepare better in case of fire. So we want to have more water tanks so we can store more water that we can use to spread across the land to protect the house in case there are fires coming. My heart goes out to everybody who got affected by the fires. And I hope the firefighters will get all the fires under control quickly. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you again next week.